subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss a video from LiveLaw.
Hi everyone, welcome to the LiveLaw Weekly Roundup. So what has happened in the past week across courts in India? I'm Sanya and I will be taking you through important legal developments that have happened in the country over the past week. So we'll begin with the Supreme Court and then cover the High Courts and other courts. Senior Advocate Colleen Gonsalves appeared before the Chief Justice's bench on Monday, the 2nd of March, during the mentioning hour, stating that the petition by victims of the Delhi riots and activist Harsh Mandir seeking registration of FIRs against politicians who had allegedly made hate speeches be taken up at the earliest. In light of this, the bench heard the petitions on Wednesday and transferred the petitions to the Delhi High Court, stating that the lengthy adjournment granted the week before by the High Court was unjustified. It requested the CJ bench of the Delhi High Court to hear all petitions related to the Delhi riots on Friday. However, on the same day, the Chief Justice's bench refused to hear activist Harsh Mandir's petition and refused to transfer it to the High Court. What had happened was, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta stated that Mandir's video had surfaced, which was allegedly derogatory of the Supreme Court. Taking note of this, the Chief Justice told Mandir's counsel to appear on Friday. Subsequently, an affidavit was filed by Delhi police on Wednesday, stating that Mandir's speech was instigating violence and was seriously contemptuous. When the matter came up for hearing on Friday, the Chief Justice took the video transcript filed by the Solicitor General on record, directed Mandir's counsel, Senior Advocate Dushyant Dave, to file a reply to the Delhi police affidavit and adjourned it to April 15th. The Supreme Court has held that a statement recorded under Section 161 of the Code of Criminal Procedure is inadmissible in evidence and cannot be relied upon or used to convict the accused. It was laid down that an examination of witnesses by police in terms can only be used to prove contradictions and/or omissions. The Constitution Bench of the Supreme Court has held that the commencing point of limitation of 30 days under Section 13 of the Consumer Protection Act would be from the date of receipt of the notice accompanied with the complaint by the opposite party and not a mere receipt of the notice of the complaint. It has been held that District Forum has no power to extend the time for filing the response to the complaint beyond the period of 15 days, in addition to the 30 days as is envisaged under Section 13 of the Consumer Protection Act. The Supreme Court reiterated that a plea of acquisition of title by adverse possession can be taken by the plaintiff. In a significant judgment delivered last year, the Supreme Court had held that any person who has perfected trial by way of adverse possession can file a suit for restoration of possession in case of dispossession. In the judgment quashing the Reserve Bank of India's ban on providing banking services to cryptocurrency dealers, the Supreme Court rejected the argument that virtual currencies were just goods or commodities which cannot be regarded as real money. The court has held that cryptocurrencies are capable of performing most functions of real money, though are not legal tender. A plea has been filed in the Supreme Court seeking social media AADHAAR linkage to remove fake accounts on the ground that fake news is the root cause of riots. Sajjan Kumar, ex-Congress leader and convict serving a life sentence in the 1984 anti-Sikh riots, was directed to appear before an AIIMS board to determine whether or not he needs to be hospitalized. The board shall submit its report and a decision regarding his institutionalization will be taken. In a significant development, the United Nations Human Rights Commissioner is set to intervene in the Supreme Court in one of the petitions challenging the constitutional validity of the Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. As many as 140 petitions have been filed in the Supreme Court challenging the constitutional validity of the Act. On January 22nd, the Supreme Court had asked the central government to reply to the petitions within 4 weeks. In a setback for Devendra Fadnavis, the Supreme Court has dismissed his review petition against the Supreme Court judgment, directing him to face trial in the alleged false election affidavit case. The Supreme Court dismissed the special leave petition filed by Shahjahanpur law student challenging the order passed by Allahabad High Court, which granted bail to Chinmay Anand in the sexual exploitation case, and added that High Court had imposed sufficient conditions to ensure that the accused would not tamper evidence or threaten the witness. The Supreme Court has held that there was no need to refer to a larger bench. The petitions challenging the presidential orders issued under Article 370 of the Constitution of India on August 5 and 6 to repeal the special status of Jammu and Kashmir. It has been held that a second complaint on the same facts as the first complaint shall not be maintainable. The bench pointed out that if the core of both complaints was same, the second complaint ought not to be maintainable. The Supreme Court held that proceedings under the Land Acquisition Act 1894 will not lapse if the compensation has been tendered by deposit in Treasury. The court held that landowners cannot insist that the amount should be deposited in court so as to sustain the land acquisition proceedings under the old Act on the commencement of the new acquisition law with effect from January 1st, 2014. The Supreme Court held that organizations supporting public causes without political affiliations are not banned from accepting foreign contributions in terms of the Foreign Contributions Regulation Act 2010 and rules made thereunder. Moving on to the High Courts and other courts. The Delhi High Court heard petitions filed by Delhi riot victims and all other related petitions on Friday and adjourned all petitions to March 12. While adjourning the petitions, the court has also directed Union of India to file replies to all the petitions and impleadment applications before the next date of hearing. 3 asylum seekers from Myanmar, languishing in jail for the past 4 months in connection to violation of the provisions of the Foreigners Act, were enlarged on bail by the Allahabad High Court. The Delhi High Court ordered all government hospitals to preserve the DNA samples and to conduct videographed postmortems of all those who died during riots in the northeastern districts of Delhi. The Calcutta High Court stayed the Leave India notice, which was issued against a student from Poland for taking part in a protest against the Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. The Delhi High Court directed the Municipal Corporation of Delhi to plant 500 trees in riot-affected areas of northeast Delhi as a precondition to continuation of delay, stating that visual relief and therapeutic effects of greenery around one's place of work, residence, or in one's neighborhood cannot be overemphasized. The Delhi High Court issued notice in a plea seeking on-the-spot compounding of traffic challans under the Motor Vehicles Act. The High Court of Jammu and Kashmir has directed the central government to take immediate steps for evacuation of Indian students who stand stranded in Iran amidst the spread of coronavirus. The Delhi High Court has also issued a notice in a plea seeking evacuation of students from Iran in light of the outbreak of coronavirus in the country. A Delhi High Court found expelled BJP MLA Kuldeep Singh Sengar guilty of causing deaths of Unnao rape victim's father. The court observed that Sengar did not intend to kill the victim's father. However, he was beaten so brutally that he succumbed to death. Highlighting the importance of efficient recording of witness testimonies in a criminal trial, the Delhi High Court has issued a series of directions for collecting the evidence given by witness and victims who are foreign nationals in cases of sexual assault. The Delhi High Court has directed the jail authorities to prepare a proper rehabilitation program for a person convicted under the POCSO Act. The single judge bench of Justice Anu Malhotra stated that the sentence acts as a deterrent and is simultaneously reformative with a prospect of rehabilitation. The Delhi High Court bid farewell to Justice Muralidhar on account of his transfer to Punjab and Haryana High Court. The farewell, organized by the Delhi High Court Bar Association, was attended by a large number of lawyers. So that's all for this week. If you enjoy our videos, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for similar videos.
Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss a video from LiveLaw.